Hey, welcome, my wonderful Libras, and welcome to my channel. My name is Kamoy. Thank you so much for clicking on this video and tuning in as I am new here on YouTube. So you're going to have to bear with me as I get familiarized myself and learn my way around YouTube. But I want to thank you for clicking on this video. A little background about myself. So I am a Reiki Level 2 certified healer. I will be studying to get my, my Reiki Master certification shortly. I just personally think that when you're doing Reiki classes, you may want to split the classes up and not really take them back to back, because you do go through a lot of emotional purging, which can be very emotionally draining and painful also, okay, because you do have to purge and shed all of your emotional baggage as you move forward with your healing gift. Okay, excuse me. I don't know where I got this cough from. However, I want to explain a little bit about how I do my pulls, because this will be different than what you see being done on other readers' channels. I deal with my chakra deck, okay, and I deal with the chakra deck because I am a Reiki healer to help you to understand maybe what chakras within your body may be blocked that you may need to focus on. So I pull 2 chakra cards for your sign, and then I use another deck to clarify the chakras that may need to be worked on this week, okay? One of the things that I do want to tell you guys is that I do believe in what I like to call the Holy Trinity of manifestation, which is what you feel, what you speak, and what you think, okay? So you have to always be mindful of that, because your feelings is what manifests things into this third dimensional realm, okay? What you speak and what you think also helps invoke that manifestation to come forth. But however, if you're speaking one thing and you're feeling the next, the feeling is going to override what you're speaking and what you're thinking and produce, okay, what you feel, okay? So if you're thinking and speaking that you want a healthy, abundant life, but you're thinking that you're not worthy of a healthy, abundant life, my beautiful Libras, guess what? You're going to manifest what you feel and not what you think, okay? Your feeling is what brings your manifestation into this third dimensional realm, guys. So you want to just be mindful about that, okay? Okay, so you guys have 2 lower chakra cards that popped up for you this week. And what I was hearing for you guys, my wonderful Libras, as I was meditating for your reading, is that you definitely need to come into balance, okay? You guys are going to have to step out of the need to people please, okay? This is definitely the time for you to come into yourself, okay? Because you're just naturally peacemakers, sometimes that can turn into being a people pleaser, okay? So you need to be mindful of that. The first card popped up that you have is a solar plexus card, okay? So this is a solar plexus card, and this has to do with with what's on your mind, okay? So this card represents what's on your mind, and this is a sacral chakra card, which is right below the solar plexus, or right below your belly button, and the solar plexus is above your belly button. And this is what is on your emotions. This is your emotional state, okay? Service. So you have service and you have prayer, okay? So how does those 2 work together, okay? Now, because this is what is guiding your emotions, right? This chakra right here, and this is linked to do with service. You want to be mindful of that balance that we talked about where you spend your time, where you put in your energy, and where you're given, okay? And you also want to find time to get into a prayer meditative state. So if you do church, or if you do meditation, or if you do walk in the park, if you chant, whatever it is that brings you back to source, this is something that you're going to have to do, because you need that balance in your solar plexus. Your solar plexus rules what's on your mind, okay? So if you have fear, worry, not doing enough, not being enough for everybody, not feeling like you're giving enough of your time. Maybe people have you feeling like people's projecting guilty feelings on you because you don't have enough time to take care of all of the things that you may once had time to take care of, and you just don't have that time to do that anymore. You may feel like you're getting some pushback from the people that you love, my wonderful Leos, okay? So service is being called into play, and this is all about where are you spending your time. Okay, where are you spending your time? How are you serving? Are you serving others or are you serving yourself? Now, why is that an important question, right? There is a difference between being selfless and selfish. Okay, now some people like to say maybe there's a thin line between being selfless and selfish, right? I like to say this, okay? You cannot give to somebody what you don't have within yourself to give, okay? So if you're trying to give somebody patience and nurturing energy, and you're not giving yourself patience and you're not nurturing yourself, then you're really no good to anybody, because when they come to take that patience, that nurturingness that you're going to be giving to them, and that balance that you guys just naturally bring, because you really are mindful about making sure people are okay. So you're like the peacemakers of the zodiac sign, right? So when we're talking about that balance, and when we're talking about you being able to make people feel comfortable, are you doing that to your own detriment? That's something you need to pay attention to, okay? Is your service game out of whack? All right? Now, once again, this service card is what's in your emotion. This is all about your emotions, okay? So who are you serving, or what are you serving, okay? Are you serving the job, right? Are you serving other people's emotional limitations about you, where you are, what you need to be doing, okay? One of the things that I heard, yep, there it goes. One of the things that I heard as I was meditating on you guys, that you have to get into a place, right, where balance is needed. Okay, yeah, you got to get into a place where balance is needed, my wonderful Libras, okay? Now, and these cards are definitely like representing that you need some work in your lower chakras. Okay, so first card up we have on the board, excuse me, is Nine of Rainbow. When the Nine of Rainbow pops up, guys, this is like the Nine of Pentacles. So you have to step into a place of gratitude, self-sufficiency, and definitely this is where the self-love comes in, okay? So there has to be some type of self-love that you wonderful Libras are putting forward this week, okay? And if you take a look at this card, and I don't know if you can see there's a moon, all right? Once again, emotions, okay? This is where that service comes in, okay? So even though things are not going, or you feel overwhelmed, or you feel like you're giving too much of yourself, you need to find a meditative space, right? Prayer, meditation, chanting, whatever you do to bring you back to a centered place, a place of balance, a place of peace. You need to find that place. That's going to be important for you, because there are things that you need to get silent and be grateful for. I do feel, however, my Libras, that you are overextending yourself, where you want balance, and it's okay to want balance, right? But you can't have balance for everybody when it pertains to your detriment, where you're not healing, or you don't feel like you're getting back what you put out. You don't feel like you're the relationship is a equal give and take relationship, okay? And this is just across the board from any relationship. This does not necessarily has to be a romantic relationship, my wonderful Libras. This could just be about you being able to feel at peace no matter where you are, okay? Because you guys just bring balance into situations regardless. That's just your energy pattern, like I said, okay? So the Nine of Rainbow is talking about you getting into a place of gratitude. Definitely you getting into a place where you're thinking about all of the hard work that you put in, okay? Ripeness means that the fruits are just ready to be picked off of the tree, okay? So gratitude is good. This is what's on your mind right now, right? What's on your mind right now is how, pay attention to this, how either you're not being grateful for the shit. Look at how ripe these fruits are, right? So either you're not being thankful, right, for the shit that you have, right? Or you need to get in a place and get thankful for the shit that you have, because this is all about accumulation. This is all about gratitude, okay? So on this realm, this can definitely represent manifestation happening for you, maybe manifestation in your spiritual walk or manifestation in your physical walk. But all of that is really contingent on you staying in a meditative place of prayer, as well as you paying attention to where you're giving your time and where your emotions are being led. Okay, not time to be the people pleaser. Okay. Your second card for clarification, for the second card placement, this is internally what's going on that you may not be aware of. And that's that guilt that we were talking about. I was talking about, are you paying attention more of what other people have to say, how you spend your time, what you're doing, them pushing off their guilt on you? Okay. All of this is going to be in your lower sacral chakra where your emotions rise. Okay. So whatever guilty trip or whatever guilt shit that you're holding on to because you cannot, whatever it is, guilty. Maybe not spending enough time with the kids, maybe feeling like you have to work all the time, maybe feeling like you lied in the past over some shit. Whatever that guilt trip is that keeps being popped up, okay, you need to let that go. I'm going to clarify that guilt for you too, guys. All right, my wonderful Libras. And you guys don't really do too well with the guilt either because you're all about balance, right? This is not going to fit well with you because then you're going to try to please, right? You're going to try to please the situation and leave yourself out in the cold. Yep. Okay. Like I said, yep. That's that guilt. That guilt is clarified by the Fool. When the Fool pop up, this is all about beginnings. This is all about free spirit, freeing yourself from that shit. And once again, I don't know if you guys can see that. Take a look. Do y'all see this moon all the way up here? There's a moon up there. And if you have heard me, if you've watched any of my other videos, I like to pay attention to the moon because the moon governs your emotions, okay? So this is all about letting go. Honey, new beginnings. This is about beginnings. Some shit has ended. You're no longer feeling guilty, okay? So there's some new beginnings coming in here where you're no longer feeling guilty. You got a free spirit about shit. And that's what this is going to get you. Your meditative state and prayer, this is going to get you there because you're working on that. You're working on bringing in that balance so your mind could be right. You understand what I'm saying? Now, you guys are air signs. Okay, so it's all about your mental, your thinking. It's all about your mental thinking, your spiritual thinking. Okay, so it's all about thinking with you guys. All right, so meditation for you is going to be super important to help balance your mind as well as to balance that sacral chakra. Okay, it's going to help balance both of these chakras because these both chakras. This is above your belly button. This is below your belly button. This controls your emotions. This is what's on your mind, okay? So if your emotion is on guilt and service, like if your emotion is on this, how you serve people through guilt, right? And you're not using your meditative state to get into a place of knowingness, yeah, you're going to be fucked up. I'm just telling you right now. People going to run you rampant with your emotions and your feelings, okay? And then you're going to be left out in the cold feeling like nobody loves you or everybody takes advantage of you. Okay, that's what happens when you don't create boundaries in relationships and you don't speak what you want and you want to please everybody. You got to step out of that, my lovely, lovely Libras. Okay, so now, third card placement, sweeties, you got Sharon. Okay, so this is like the page. I'm sorry, not the page. This is like the queen. You can consider this like the Queen of Wands. All right, and I want to say when I look at this card, first of all, look here. It's okay to share, right? But she's all about being determined that she's gonna come in with all of the pleasantries, right? She's gonna come in with all of the pleasantries. See, she's even serving you up some grapes and shit. Like she's bringing you a feast, okay? Fresh fruits and shit. Yeah, and she's all in this luxurious. So you guys, Libras, you guys do that really well. You know how to make people feel comfortable and shit. Okay, so do not be afraid to share in this season, but you also have to know that this could also bring in some determination for you to get to the place that you need to be. Okay, so you're gonna have to be determined when you're creating. Okay, let me see, because it's not even about creating this time. I don't think it's a boundary thing for you guys in this moment. I think it's more so of you learning how to say no. That's it. Learning how to say no. You cannot overcommit yourself to things, my wonderful Libras, right? You can't overcommit yourself to things, right? And then feel guilty because you're not able to do everything that you commit yourself to. So share what's going on. You may not have the time, to do or to be where people want you to be, right? But have the determination to know that you are bringing balance into your life, because here you go. You got a major arcana card, integration. Okay. So speaking from a standpoint of what this card is all about, if you look at this card, integration, you can really say it's like the temperance. Okay. No, when temperance comes in, temperance is all about the quest, the search, taking everything, being patient, right? Being patient. But you also want to be patient, and you want to take in everything that you've gathered thus far. Now, this is the perfect time to do so, because we are in Pisces. Sorry, not Pisces. We're in Pisces season, right? And Pisces is known as the dustpan of the zodiac. So all of the things that you did not learn out of all of the 11 transits of the other signs that we've been through, Pisces comes in, and Pisces says, okay, what didn't you get? Whatever you didn't get, let's figure this shit out, because we're about to step into a new year with the new zodiacs coming, with Aries coming in next week. So let's get the shit that we didn't get so we can move forward in this new zodiac year. Okay. So you got temperance coming in saying you need to integrate all your shit. Okay. You need to integrate. You got your yin, your yang, you got your sun, you got your moon, you got your doves, you got your eagles. Okay. You got the lotus. Okay, I love these cards. Like, so much geometric. You got the snake representing your kundalini energy. I'm just saying. So shit is going to be popping if you start to make sure that you're putting yourself as a priority, okay? And not living in a place of guilt. This is not the time to live in a place of guilt, all right? Yeah, you're thinking about all of the hard work that you've put into things, okay? So you're being gratitude. You're coming into a place of gratitude for everything that you have and everything that you desire to experience, right? But you're also being trapped by this guilt right here. But you got new beginners coming in as you start to share really how you feel and say no to some things is really what you need to be doing. You're going to see determination coming in right here. And then you got major arcana card popping up, integration, which is all about temperance, okay? Then you got another major arcana card, my wonderful Libras. You have conditioning, okay? Now, conditioning is all about, like, the devil card. And when the devil pops up in your reading, the devil's like a Capricorn. So you can say that this is Capricorn. So when this pops up, this is like about having persistence, okay? And the devil card can also take you to a place where you want to pay attention to anything of bondage, maybe even systems and structures, religious beliefs. Okay, so anything that's confining you in your mental thinking, because you guys are air signs, so it's all about your mental capacity. Whenever conditioning shows up, right? Or the devil shows up, this is telling you, what are you bound by? Like, what do you need to release? What is keeping you in bondage? Okay? What is keeping you in bondage? That is what you need to pay attention to. And that's in the 5th card placement. And that's saying that there's change that needs to be happening in your area of your life, for things that have you trapped or make you feel like you can't get out, like you're bind to it. Okay, what do you feel binded to that you can't get out? Now, clarification for conditioning, which is all about you being binded by belief systems or internal belief systems that was given to you by family members that you have to get over. Even maybe the thinking of the relationship that you're in. So you've grown, or they've grown, so you found a whole new belief system. So maybe your belief system that you once had is no longer working, and you found a new belief system, or maybe you need to take a look at your belief system and and revamp them, okay? Or change the way you view things, okay? So concerning your belief system, concerning the things that have you tied, the things that makes you feel like you're in bondage, you also have a third major kind of card popping up, which is awareness. Somebody else got this in their reading. I don't remember what sign. But you have awareness. And awareness is another major kind of card, right? And awareness is like, when you think of it, you can think of it like, I want to say the Chariot, which is all about willpower. All right. Now, I like to show the diagram of this card. If you can take a look at this card, you can see that that is the shadow, and out of darkness comes light. You can see that she's peeking through here. Okay. So when this card pops up, awareness, this is all about control. This is all about power. This is all about victory. Okay. So this is saying, once you go through paying attention what belief system and what shit you need to get rid of that no longer serves you, understand what that is going to come in awareness, and then change happens in awareness. Change don't happen by you trying to do shit. You become some shit and you know that change needs to happen. Boom. That's when change happens. When you try to force change into existence, my wonderful Libras, guess what? It's short-lived. It's short-lived. When you force change into existence, it is short-lived. Okay? So you need to operate from a place internally when you are balanced in yourself. Okay? What's your wants? What's your needs? Where are you giving service to? Where are you putting in your time? Where are you putting in your energy that you no longer need to? Are you spending time in prayer and meditation? Or, chanting? Are you spending time taking your walks in the park? Whatever the fuck it is that you need to do to get your quiet time in. Or are you spending time with spirit and getting to know yourself and getting acquainted with your spirit? Or your higher self. However you want to call it. Your angels, your guides, your ancestors. However you want to call it. There is no, listen. The only thing I have to say as far as when it comes to your guides are concerned, I don't care how you label your guides. I don't care how you label your source, your God. I don't care how you label any of that. What I do know is that if you are not going internally and communicating, okay, with your higher self, or if you're not communicating with whatever you want to call it, okay, Mother God, Father God, Divine One, Creator, you're going to be fucked up. I'm just telling you, because the energy right now that we're shifting through, okay, and this is just people that's not doing their work. And like I said, these videos are for empaths. These videos are for people that's seeking a higher walk of life. I'm not going to sit here and give you bullshit. I'm not. I spend a lot of time in meditation. And this is what I can tell you just energetically. And I've been saying this, I've been saying this for years, maybe not in camera, but anybody that's done my, gotten readings from me, and anybody that I guide spiritually, I have been saying this for 5 years now. Okay, we are stepping into a time where you would not be able to see or trust what you see on TV or what you hear on the news or what you hear on the radio. I've been saying this shit for 5 years, okay? You are coming into a time where you will need to trust what is in your inner spirit, your inner man. You would need to be guided by your intuition and your higher self and your higher nature, the source, the creator. You're going to have to be guided by something much more divine and powerful than this third dimensional realm and body that you're in, okay? You're gonna have to be guided, okay? And the way for my lovely Libras to begin that guide and that quest, so you're not stuck in a place where you're fucked up and you can't trust your intuition, right, is for you to check internally where you're spending your time. It's not always okay for you to have to be the people pleaser. Okay, where are you spending your time? Who are you putting in your time with? Who are you giving your time to? What are you giving your time to? That's even more importantly, like, what are you giving your time to? Are you giving your time to things that doesn't warrant your time? Okay, yeah, I need to think about that. All right, my wonderful Libras, I hope this was helpful. Okay, so you know the deal. You got service, how you spending your time, where you putting your time, who you investing your time in, okay? And you got prayer. Are you meditating? Are you spending quiet time? What are you doing, okay? And you also have the card saying don't operate by guilt. That guilt shit is out the door. You don't have to do that shit no more. You know that your conditioning, mental conditioning is changing because you're becoming more aware. So you need to continue to work in that and walk through that, okay? Outside of that, my wonderful Libras, the one thing I will have to say is that you guys are really going to have to put yourself first. How about that, okay? I be fucking words up, just so y'all know. My pronunciation, especially because I'm from the islands, sometimes the words don't always come out the way that I would like them to. Even if you ask my family, they'll tell you that I don't have an accent at all anymore. So please don't put no comments in there about me mispronouncing word. We got Google, we got spell check, we got all those shit. So I'm pretty sure if you can't, you can figure it out. Okay. However, guys, I think that's pretty. I did want to mention something. I absolutely did want to mention something, and I think I mentioned this in the other ear videos. Okay. This is why this is important for you to get to know yourself. We have Chiron that is now in Aries. Okay. Aries rule your first house, which is all about your personality. Anything personal to your personal issues, your personal insecurities, anything to do with the personal I am self is what the first house rules, okay? Chiron is now in Aries. Chiron is known as the wounded warrior, okay? It comes in to heal, okay? So any parts of you, my lovely, lovely Libras, that needs healing, that is not whole, okay, is going to be put through the rigmarole so you can get with the healing. Okay, now energy is fluid. So if you're clicking on this video and you're clicking on this video days later, weeks later, please understand that energy is fluid. And when you click on it, if you get through the whole video, then it, what's for you is for you. Keep what you need and you let go of what you don't. Okay, just be mindful. On a global scale, we are all going through the same experience with Chiron, where it's in the first house. Everybody is experiencing this. So everybody's personality and their interpersonal relationships, right, are being highlighted right now for balance to come in. And for wounds to be healed. So there is a healing energy in the atmosphere right now. Take advantage of that. Absolutely take advantage of that. All right, my wonderful, wonderful guys, my Libras. I will see you next week in your reading. Okay, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Also, you can follow me on Instagram at Yomik_Lyricist. That's YOMIK_LYRICIST. Okay, you can find me on Instagram. I do not post a lot on Instagram, just so you know. I started doing dailies, but then I don't know, y'all. Find me on YouTube. If you go to Instagram and you don't find a lot of videos, you will definitely find all my uploads here on YouTube. Okay? All right, guys. I will see you next week reading. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Okay.